Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to have a quick little update for you guys on the dyno. A lot of people have been asking. If you're new to the channel, you may not know, but basically we installed the power pack from the guys over at Z1 Off-Road. What it is your exhaust, you get a manifold spacer, you get an intake and a tune. So we dynoed the truck before all the stuff went on, and I told you guys I was going to dyno the truck after everything went on, and that video has not come out. Reason being, and now it's not that I haven't taken it there, it's been in the dyno, it's been on the dyno, brought it back to the same place, and they were having some major issues. So as of right now, I'm trying to find a new place. I do have one in mind. They do a lot of the Nissan stuff around here, so I'm probably going to try to get it into them when I have time. But basically what happened is I brought it to the place and they could not get results. The truck kept shifting, it downshifted every time they pushed the gas pedal too hard. The truck does it. I know people have been saying, hey, well, put it in manual mode. And for those of you that may not know, manual mode on these trucks is not like manual as a stick shift car. You choose the gear. So in this case, the truck's 1-to-1 is actually gear 6 out of the 9 speeds. But when you try to dyno it in 6th gear, you're going so fast that you're going to blow the truck up, going to blow the tires off, or you're going to hit the speed limiter. So to do it in 6th gear is almost impossible. So most guys, including the guys at Z1, they do it in 4th or 5th. So I'll go for a drive in a second and show you guys this. But when you put this into manual mode, or manual we'll call it, say you're in 4th gear, it's not holding it in 4th gear. It's using all the gears up until 4th gear. So from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, the truck's going to do what it wants to do, and it's not going to go above 4th. So the problem they were having at the place where I brought the truck into dyno is everybody knows you get it on there, you mash the pedal, they do the calculations, and Bob's your uncle, you got your numbers. But with this truck, you have to ease into it. And this is what I was trying to tell them. You have to slowly go up in the gear you want. So shift it to 4th or 5th, whatever, and slowly go up to the gear that you want. Because when you mash the pedal, it downshifts. But they weren't understanding what I was trying to tell them. And honestly, I'm not going to sit there and just give myself a headache and try to teach these guys how to do it. But they could not get the results because they were mashing the pedal. And then what the truck does, even if it's in 4th, and keep in mind the number on your dash does not change, it'll say the truck's in 4th, but as soon as you mash the pedal, it's going to downshift. So depending on how hard they hit it, maybe it goes to 2nd, 3rd, whatever, and then it's going to work its way back up to 4th. But when you're doing your numbers and you have it hooked up to the computer to do all of their results and crap like that, as soon as they hit the gas pedal and it downshifts, it throws everything for a loop. So that's why I was trying to tell them, get it in 4th or 5th and slowly work it up until you get to the RPM and the gear. Obviously, you want to be in the right gear, and then hit it and start your calculation there. So it's not that they can't do it, it's just where a dyno on a regular car, like these guys do a lot of the muscle cars, you mash the pedal, you calculate X amount, 2,000 up to 6,000, whatever, and there's your number. Where this, you have to spread that open. You got to go and you might be at the same RPM for, 10, 15 seconds and just work your way slowly, slowly, slowly. And same numbers at the end of the day, you just have to get in the system and spread that calculation over, say, a minute instead of maybe like 10, 15 seconds. All right, so we're just in a parking lot. We're driving nice and slow, so it's a good place to test it out. Now, say I put this thing in, you can see right now the truck was driving in 2nd gear. So when I put it over to manual mode, it's telling me, okay, we're in 2nd. So right now, the truck is only going to use 1st and 2nd gear. So now when I'm going here, if I was to downshift, you can see 1st, and now the truck's not going to go over 1st. So I can push the pedal And you can see it's going to do everything up to that point. But now, just for test purposes, let's say we're going to be driving in fifth. Now watch the needle when I'm driving. You can hear it. You can see the RPM go up and down as the truck shifts. We're going to come to a stop here because we're turning. Same idea. You can see and hear, clear as day, the truck is shifting. Once it gets to fifth, which we're in now, you can see, or that was fourth. But you can see it says fifth on the bottom constantly, but that is just telling you it's not going to go over fifth. You're not actually in fifth gear, because here we come up to a stop sign again. So we're going to roll to a stop, and you can see it shifts down. Now when we go again, and now we're in fifth. Right there, you can see it shifted into fifth. And now it will just rev out all the way up to 8,000 RPM if you were really to mash the pedal. So when you're on the dyno, that is what they were trying to do, because what they're doing is they were getting on there and they're rolling slow, because you don't go fast right off the bat. So he was going slow, he was shifting with the stick. So let's go down to say third. So you can see now we won't go over third. So if I was to push the gas pedal, we're stuck on third, right? Which is what they had to do for the gears that they were trying to calculate in. But what he did is he would shift it. We'll go back to normal. He would shift it up into the gear that he thought he was in. So he was putting it all the way up to fourth for one run, and then they put it all the way up to fifth for the next run. But what he wasn't cluing in on is when he was doing that, because they were going so slow, the truck was not actually shifting. So it was going up to the gear, and he was still, say, around the 2,000 RPM mark. So then he went, okay, truck says we're in fifth gear, and they would come up, they would mash the pedal, and first thing the truck would do would downshift, because it thinks you're going whatever, uphill, you need more speed, it's going to downshift to make up the difference. So that's the problem they were having, and that's actually how your transmission works on this truck, for those of you that may not have known. But again, I tried to explain to them at the dyno place. They were not listening or just not caring, and they couldn't get the results done. They said, sorry, we tried, see you later. So I packed up and went on my merry way. So yeah, basically now I'm in the process of finding a different place. Like I said, I do know one place that works on quite a bit of the Nissan stuff. They build the high-powered GTRs and stuff like that, and they actually own one of the dealerships around here. So they do know their way around vehicles like this one. So I'll bring it in there. Only difference is the dyno that they have, because like I said, they do a lot of high horsepower stuff. They have a hub dyno. So if you don't know what that is, they basically take your back wheels off, you bolt the dyno straight to the hub on the back of the truck, or whatever, front, back, depending what vehicle you're using, and it goes directly from there. So you don't end up losing any power from, or horsepower from, say, heavier tires. Like this truck, you're gonna lose a little bit in your numbers because the wheels and tires weigh so much. So everything that's taking momentum to move is taking away the horsepower from your dyno sheet. So from that place, once I get it in to the stock numbers, it's going to be thrown off a little bit, because unfortunately it's a different kind of dyno and so forth. But at the end of the day, everybody, including Z1 themselves, they got dyno numbers before and after on their website. A few other guys have done this as well. So it's going to end up being at least a number that you can go off of for your after numbers with a truck like this if you're going to do the same stuff. And just my word, if you want to take my word for it, you can definitely feel a difference with all the parts. I went over a video on that separately in the previous videos that we've done, but again, you can definitely feel it. But for you guys that want real numbers, it is coming. I'm just trying to have time off of my actual job to line up with a day that these guys have available to get the truck in. So like I said, it will come at some point. I haven't forgot about you guys. I'm sorry it's taken a little bit longer than it should have, but unfortunately things don't always work out. I did try to get it in there, like I said, and I guess some people, you just can't teach them new things. So hopefully this other place we're going to go to has a little bit of an idea what they can do. I'll explain it just like I explained it to you guys right now. I'm sure they'll be able to figure it out. But up until then, hopefully you enjoy the other videos that are coming out. We've got a few things going on with the truck, a few off-road videos coming up. I just got to get everything edited and get some time off of my actual job to work on this YouTube stuff some more. So stay tuned for that, like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll catch you in another video. Thanks for watching.